Well, it's another beautiful morning in front of the house of the panda. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to GraceCraft. We're in front of my house. There it is. And we have been introducing you all to GraceCraft, the server. We've been doing some touring, and we're going to continue that today. But I sort of have an urge to build. Just walking around the house yesterday, I realized how much stuff I wanted to do around here. And we want to take the wheat and fill a lot more of this area over there. And in this area, I really have wanted to build a shed or a barn here for a while. And I sort of thought maybe we should just do it. The future barn build site. I have another barn that we'll show you today, later in this episode, but I kind of want to build. And that's kind of what Minecraft is all about, is building. So I think we're going to do it. So welcome to another episode. This will be our first building project together. And you'll all see just how much of a novice I actually am at this game. Very simple builds for me. Wood builds. I like wood a lot. And we're going to start by laying out the basic foundation of this thing. And then we're going to go from there. So I don't have any fancy tools or anything. Like we're not going to do time lapses here. But we'll probably do a little bit of editing. That's one thing I've learned from last video is I need to work with the sounds a little bit just to get it all balanced. And we're going to try some cuts in this video. And it may be a disaster. It may be great. But at this server, we're all about learning. So we're going to learn together. And I'm going to learn how to build a little barn. And you're all going to learn how I build. So I'm going to start. We're just going to get going. And we'll put the clips in and see how it goes. So first things first, I'm going to start with the perimeter. And I think, whoops, I got that one on the wrong angle. I did it again. I want it to be up. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm going to make this thing 5 tall. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to start the perimeter with darker blocks, spruce. And then we're going to have the inside be lighter blocks. Very, very simple design, but I've experimented with this before, and I've liked how it's looked. So we're going to get the foundation of this place laid, and then we're going to go from there. Now, for those of you who enjoy building on Minecraft, there's a lot of different ways to do things. Personally, I am new to the whole let's build buildings things. And I learned over the last year that I like architecture. I like shapes. I like designing the look of a building based off of shape. And I'm not great with colors. Not yet. I'm hoping to learn. But one thing I've learned is, in general, if you have a darker perimeter to a building, it can highlight the middle portion as lighter. And I don't know why that is. My wife could give you all sorts of reasons why that's the case, and maybe she will. Maybe I'll learn exactly how to articulate that. But for now, I'm just going to build something, and we'll see what we think once I get it done. Yeah, it's coming together a little bit. There's probably a better way. Wonder if I... Here's some of our materials. Mostly, I got a little bit of birch in here too that I might play with. But the primary thing this is going to be is just spruce and oak. And I really like wood in this game. And spruce and oak, just with these two blocks, being able to strip the oak, strip the spruce, use the unstripped versions if you want. There's so much texture variety and so much ability to change shapes just with trap doors and fences and all that. I really am excited to try this out, and we'll see how it ends up looking, but I have high hopes for just a simple little barn, a simple little shed, if you will. I'm going to be storing a lot of my crops in here. We're going to just have it a place where, like right now I have this and this, and I'm going to use that to terraform and plant a bunch more fields, and we're going to store all that in here. Probably in barrels, and I'll probably put some hay bales in here too, just to, you know, fill out the look and make it look like a true blue farm. Just add a little bit of variety. It kind of goes against, I've been building more of an arch theme here, and that kind of goes against that, but that's all right. Should be fine, but I'm a little bit of a cautious builder. I've made mistakes in the past that my builds have gone up in flames, and I just would rather be cautious. In fact, one time when I had just finished building this roof on the back side, the other side of that roof, I was finishing up my wife's bedroom, that really cool one that has a moonlit look, and we were using candles, and I was lighting candles with flint and steel, and I may have set the house on fire by accident. Didn't know it, so I logged out. It was getting close to bedtime, and my wife was still on, and as I went out to start getting ready for bed, she just casually says, "Oh, your house is on fire." And I went, "Oh, okay, how bad is it?" "Oh, it's bad. It's bad." So I logged back on, and sure enough, the whole house, here, let me just show you. That whole backside is just burning. This entire roof here, all of this is in flames. This wall is in flames. This lower porch is in flames. And the chef and my wife are running around putting everything out, and I just grab an axe. I go up, I chop off the part of the roof and over here too, where the fire was spreading. I chop off the sides, and we ended up putting it out, and then I rebuilt it. So the moral of that story is, with a couple of friends and a madman with an axe, you can accomplish amazing things. Just remember that. Yeah, it's coming together here. It's coming together. We'll see. Oop, missed that piece. Let's build the roof. Let's build the roof. Do some work on the frames. Need lots of spruce here. It's going to be our first work here, is building a lot of steps and slabs. Oh, I haven't used those yet, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's make these some slabs. Don't think I need you at the moment, so we'll throw you in there. I always wrestle with inventory management this game, and that might just be the most Minecraft statement that's ever been made. Inventory management is the name of this game. Does that look weird if it's low? Oh no, I actually think with the slab there, it could look really good. It could look really good. Let's see. If I but I mean, the fence is there. I think I need to put it out here, actually. Let's check that out. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll consider it. And then probably 3 more at the top and 1 more. All right. We're learning. Let's go. Yeah, that's better. Where's my food? Boom. 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 Yeah. Alright. I am interested on this side, though, of trying that. I think I like it. We're going to try it. It's a little bit of a different window design, but it still has some of that arched window feel to it. It's just a lot less open. I think that feels more like a barn. I'm going to keep it. Put on a lighter roof color. Whoops, that one was a misplace. Ah! What is it? I don't like stairs, guys. I mean, I like them, but I don't like placing them. It's inevitable. I don't know if my fingers are just not dexterous. That's probably the answer. I'm a bass guitar player. You need big, thick fingers that can handle all the stress of playing that instrument, and I've never been the most dexterous. So it's probably affecting why I'm not that great of a builder, but we'll get there. Well, I believe I have already made a boo-boo. This could work, but I think I like the idea of a flatter roof. Not quite as steep. It's going to lend more to the barn feel. A lot of barns have a more flattened off portion. It's not as steep. This is almost going to look more like a church steeple look if I keep going the way I'm going, which I could, but I think we're going to use slabs. Let's pick up some of these steps. Okay, we need, where to go? There. You guys go there. Become that. That's probably too much. I have a tendency to overestimate how much stuff we need, and I end up with waste. But I'm kind of wired that way. I would rather have too much than too little, like I just ran into having too little. I'd prefer to have everything up front. And as a materials guy, maybe someday I'll get good enough to get exact amounts figured out, but we're not quite there yet. Well, how are we doing? Doing good on time. All right, well, yeah, I'm liking that look. I'm liking that a lot. How does it look from the front of my house? Obviously, I'll have to finish up the side of it. That's not done yet. Yeah, oh, that does so much. Obviously, I'll have to clean the whole thing up, but just looking out there, suddenly this whole side has an order to it. It just felt like a wildland before. Now, if I fill all that area with wheat and we finish up this area, that will be great. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break from all that. Hopefully, you guys can enjoy some of how my house just keeps coming together. I'm not a great builder. Let's just call a spade. But I look things up, I learn. Oh, I like that shape. Okay, see, that using the slabs and stairs and that combo on the exterior really does a lot for the thing. Okay, well, we'll learn. So I could take the nether portal where we're going next, but I'm not going to. We're going to fly over the server and kind of get an idea. If I went up to the nether roof, I would have just walked and ate the distance, but we'll show you what the land sort of looks like. You'll notice some stone walls down there. That was going to be the site of Clap. She was going to build over there, but she decided not to, and she moved to a giant fairy palace. Oh boy, I have a bad... Oh my word. So, the problem with building a panda reserve, a panda sanctuary, is the babies are so cute that people come by and feed them. And then they keep feeding them. And at this point, we got more pandas than we know what to do with. They're everywhere. This is panda overpopulation. But they're so cute that we can't just get rid of them. But I can't get rid of my own people. Maybe we'll have to do a jungle excursion and return the pandas to their natural environment. We'll leave some of them here, but there's so many. Did I see? Oh yeah, they're starting to break out. I don't blame you guys. There's more space out here, but I built this place. I was really happy with it. We had all sorts of cute little shrubberies. I put the floor in, planted the cherry tree in the middle. Oh, they're you're so cute. Yes, I put down all sorts of little details in here. This is my panda reserve. And then Sky added, another one of our players, Sky, she added this as like a flowing waterfall, which, sure, well, whatever. And I like it. It's a beautiful little reserve, and it is absolutely 100% overcrowded. So, anyway, let's see. We came from that direction, so we're going to keep on going back to the area of the server you've already seen. There's the Gremlins place. There's the tower. There's Gems R Us. Shopping district we'll save for another day, but if we keep going this way, we're going to follow this path into the heart of the economy of this server. Welcome to the village. This is Cherry Blossom Village. And this was my first real project of learning how to design buildings. And I cheated. This was a naturally spawning village, and I have transformed all of it. I would go up to a house from a villager, it spawned in with the server, and I replaced all the blocks. I changed the color. My wife made some designs for me, and I just basically block for block replaced everything. But then as that happened, I started making modifications, and you get something like this. This is our inn. This is the Cherry Blossom Inn. It's nothing super fancy, but you come on in and it's cute. If you're ever out at night, you need a place to run in and stay, you can come in and say hi to the cats. You can climb up the ladder. It's a little tricky. I really should make this easier to access, but it was, cramped in here. And besides, I kind of like it. It's like a little tree house. You come all the way up, and there's bees up here floating around and beautiful little cute beds that you can sleep in. It's a nice place. So that was one of the things that I just basically built this building. My wife designed these melon farm ziggurats. They were the first thing we did because, if you don't know, there's a thing called villager trading in this world. And this was a design that she learned on the internet, and then we made it our own. We built our own, and it works real well. I just took a whole bunch of these out and put them in bulk storage. But I'll show you what we do with those pumpkins in a little bit. We'll keep walking through this thing. Here's a stable that was a stable with the original village. There's the nether portal to the roof and kind of the lush, lifelike thing. It's almost night. You guys get to see this place at night with the new firefly bushes. I kind of overdid it, but we have trades everywhere. We got our toolsmiths over here. If you don't know what villager trading is, I'll show you in a minute, but we got our crops. Oh, the beautiful sound. This is great. Here's a barn I built. I built this one from scratch. The roof is a little bit of a mess, But on the inside, I got my storage in here full of all sorts of just junk, because it's a barn. We got tools, and then upstairs we have the loft. This is where I spend a lot of my time if I AFK for the melon farm, which is the same as the pumpkin. We'll take a peek in. But here's the hay bales. For those of you who grew up in, I grew up in the Midwest. For those of you who are agricultural backgrounds, country backgrounds, you'll recognize this sort of a vibe. It's the farm. And we got all sorts of plants over here. This starts going into the Arctic biome, but I like how the snow here feels. Guys, look at these little trees I built. It's Cherry Blossom Village, right? So I built cute little artificial cherry trees. And hi fellas, you can stay on the outside. I love them. They're so cute. And here's the melon farm. And then our chef, who's our redstone expert, when you harvest melons, they come out in melon slices. So he built me an auto crafting system, and that makes them into full melons, which fill up this spot. And then we take all those melons and all those pumpkins, and we go to our villager trading hall. But first, let's just enjoy the ambiance. I really like cherry trees with the lanterns, and this new design of all the blossoms and the fireflies going around, it's a little much, honestly, but it's nice. That area is where we got all of our librarian villager trades, but here is our villager trading hall. You come on inside, and here's where you do all the trades. I probably have some here. In fact, let's see how my Elytra is doing. My Elytra is doing fine. But I'm going to trade for some emeralds. You get XP, you get emeralds, and these gentlemen will take my trades pretty much endlessly. And you just go down, you get tons of XP, you get tons of emeralds. I'm going to pop those in there for now. And you go the whole way down. So it's very efficient. That is where I get most of my emeralds. And then with emeralds, we trade for things like Fortune 3 upgrades for pickaxe. And the whole way down, we got looting through, we got unbreaking, we got mending. Look at these cute buildings. Again, I replaced the existing ones, but what are you doing up there, Horace? Well, I can't blame you. It's nice up there. I started making modifications to them, and then I did things like build a little watchtower, and I built this little bridge that goes over this cute little waterfall area. Wow, it's more like a pond. That circles back to the melon farm. But I like this place. And then I really started to kind of stretch my creative muscles a little bit. I finished off over here. Here's the town villager hall with the original well. Actually, that's not the original well. I replaced all of it. But here's where the villagers come in to sleep. This is the central hall where we make more villagers if we need to, which we haven't for a while. I made these cute little community gardens over here. And then I made the library. This is a place where our players can come. Oh, we're getting low on unbreaking. And I'll do trades, and I'll stock this place with all sorts of enchantments, and they can come and grab what they need to enchant their gear. And then we have our last little areas over here. We got our armorers. We have our weaponsmiths. Is this guy an armorer? Yeah, this is an armorer over here. And this is the old church building, which I replaced into a mud building sort of feel. You got the pews looking towards the middle. Someday we'll have a rousing sermon up front. And you can climb up into the bell tower. It's nothing fancy, but you can come up and ring the bell. Maybe. There we go. I was like, I'm not tall enough. This was my first major project on the server because we needed the enchanting books, we needed the experience, we needed the emeralds to do trades. And so we built those farms. I bred all the villagers, we put them all in the houses, I changed all the houses. I really like it. And lastly, I worked on the vegetation, which I also like. This last corner over here is our wheat field by the barn. I made a little path you could walk through. And this is my first tiny little hut in the corner where I store some of the pots and a lot of the seeds for this, but I don't harvest out here. This is just for decoration because I love the views from the barn. This is kind of the heart of the village, honestly, is this barn. It's a good place to AFK where I'm safe, but it has a good view on both sides. You kind of look that direction, and there's that portion of the village. You look over here, there's that portion. That used to be my old tree farm, but I haven't harvested there for a while. And then the other side, I like that view too, especially at night. And typically, I'll just sleep here. This is where I spend a lot of my time when we need materials. If I need enchanting books, if we need food, this is where I get all my food supply, my golden carrots. You trade for villagers, it's really convenient. So this is the village. Maybe we'll do a flyover to kind of get a bigger view. Over this direction, there's a little Santa Claus place I built, but we'll save that for Christmas. There's the watchtower. You got the ziggurats. There's the barn, the trading center, the hotel. You fly on over, and it's just pretty. I like it a lot. Maybe we'll land on top of the watchtower here and kind of glance over. Obviously, you can see why I call it Cherry Blossom Village. But any person on the server can come here. They can use the materials, they can use the emeralds, they can trade the pumpkins and melons to repair their tools, they can use the library books to enchant their supplies. Oh, I didn't show you my initial little fishing village. This is actually inspired from Hermitcraft Season 10. Grian started the season off building just a ton of, well, he fished. Did a lot of fishing. It was hilarious. He's such a good streamer. And he built a fishing hut. So here's my little fishing hut. It's different than his, but, you know, it's inspired by what he did. That's the village in a nutshell. There's the clerics here. And, yeah, I like it. These have been here since the beginning of the server. I should probably just get rid of them. They don't really fit. But it's hard for me to replace stuff that has been here for so long. So I'll be spending a lot of time here. I'll be doing lots of trades. I'll be AFKing, that sort of a thing. And of course, this comes out right at the top of the nether. But with that, that was the village, guys. That was where our economy functions. So now we're back in the Tree of Life area, if you will. There's a gas beneath us. I tried to spawn-proof the lower nether to get rid of those gas noises, but it's just hard. They find a way to spawn around here somehow or other. But we'll go on back to the house, and we will finish up that barn for the day. I might actually, we'll see what I do with it. I kind of feel like I might be done with that for the day. We'll see. But we'll fly on. Oh, yeah, that makes a difference. I need to put doors on it. I might actually leave it open. But one thing I did decide I wanted to do. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. We'll have to do the interior. I want to decorate the exterior too. I was thinking of using spruce trapdoors all over the place. Oh, you know what I should do? I should make an overhang. I do. Let's see what happens if I... That's a little bit of an interesting interaction with the roof on the right, but maybe I like that. Usually these sorts of buildings have little things like that, which it's not quite right, but that's kind of how it is when you're in the country and you're working with buildings like this. Yeah, I think I like it. Maybe I'll do some of that with this too. What if I... Oh, no, that's not right. That's not right. We'll figure something out with that next time. But, you know, this episode's getting long. So, you got to see the village briefly. We'll spend a lot more time there so you get to admire it. And I started a little... I think it is a barn. We'll call it a barn. I started a barn out here, which was desperately needed. Just this view, having a building there pulls this thing together so much. So, yeah, I like that shape a lot. and we'll figure that out next time. So until next time, guys, this is my second time making an episode, and the first time I've tried building on an episode. So hopefully the sound got a lot better. We'll just keep learning, we'll keep growing. So hope you all are doing well. God bless you, and see you next time on GraceCraft.